That was really, really awesome. I mean, it was surreal a little bit. Hearing my name because, you had a little draft tracker, had a little laptop sitting up and I hadn't got a call. I got a call actually after I heard my name on the draft tracker. The scout who drafted me called me probably a minute after, but, you hear the Los Angeles Dodgers in 11th round, select David Wingo out of South Carolina, shortstop. And I was just like, I had to double look at it. And I was like, wait a second. I'm a second baseman, but that's my name. You know what I mean? So it was surreal. It was awesome. It was a special moment. I'll never forget the first text I got. I don't even think I've told him this. I may have. Ethan Carter texted me right when I got drafted. He was the first text I got. And then obviously the scout called me, but he was just fired up and sent me, obviously the text. But that was a surreal moment. I was almost late I think we had a practice or something that day. I was about late to practice just listening to the draft. But but everybody was fired up when I walked in, and Billy Anderson was like, oh, giving me trash. Like, oh, yeah, you heard your name. All right, hurry up. Let's lift, But yeah, man, looking back, that moment was awesome. But just those guys, like Billy Anderson, all the coaches, man, it was just those years, you just couldn't beat it.
Absolutely. Just really quickly, because I want to wrap up with you. I know I've kept you too long, Scott, but when you look back at your pro career, what do you take away from it? Because obviously I know you weren't ever able to get to, the MLB level or have the success at the MLB level like a Jackie Bradley or a Whit Merrifield is having, which, let's face it, not a lot of people do. But when you look back at your pro career with the Dodgers and overall, what do you take away from it?
Yeah, I mean, I love looking back at those days because, I obviously didn't make the big leagues, but I gave it obviously all I had at it. I mean, defensively, there's no question I was good enough to play in the big leagues, but offensively, I just wasn't good enough. In college, I developed. I worked my tail off to get better, but playing 140 games a year, it was tough on me. It was a grind, and I kind of physically was pretty tough. I tried to really, in the off season, make sure I would gain some weight, going really strong. But that wear and tear during the season was really tough on me personally. And I think that was, I hit probably 249 as a career minor leaguer. 249 is not
bad.
Good enough.
But not
but,
yet.
Yeah,
right.
It's not bad, but it ain't good enough. So I understood it. I had a piece about it, and obviously was just glad to get that opportunity. I played with a bunch of awesome dudes, and still talk to a bunch of them today. But yeah, what I take out of it was, man, like going in my junior year, shoot, I might not have had a job. Coach Tanner might not even played baseball, and to go from that to 11th rounder, that's pretty special, And I kind of look at it as, hey, man, you fought, you clawed for a long time, and it ended, but it ended, with a piece about it, that knowing that, man, I fought every day,